going on? All right, let's go ahead and get this out the way. Out the freaking way. Now, for the longest, everybody been talking about when it comes to the Warriors and the Cavs and LeBron James and Curry and the Warriors, right? When they came back from the 3-1 deficit. Remember I said that word, deficit. They was down, right? The narrative of everybody right now is the Warriors needed KD to beat LeBron and the Cavs after that year. Okay. Because LeBron James and the Cavs came back from a 3-1 deficit in the final series. Okay, let's think logically. Let's think logically now. We're not gonna don't see this what always happen. People getting their feelings with this instead of really thinking about what I said. If I'm the team that's up 3-1 and another team has to come back to beat me in 7 games, who was the dominant team before? When I was up 3-1, I wasn't the dominant team. If I'm up 3-1, that's one game from the championship. I'm up 3-1. That's one game from me winning the championship. So now you ask yourself when you think about it logically, you like, people really been bragging on this 3-1 comeback. But everybody keep on saying the year before, oh, Kyrie wasn't healthy. Oh, Love wasn't healthy. That's right. They wasn't healthy. They was not healthy. You absolutely right. They were not healthy. But they was healthy when they went down 3-1. They was healthy when they went down 3-1. So what? So what? Too much change that year. Just because LeBron them came back from the 3-1 lead, that made them so dominant over them Warriors. They made them so dominant over them because they came back from a 3-1 deficit and won in a game 7. But they needed somebody to put them over the hump. That I know a lot of y'all really don't. It's a lot of y'all just being y'all feelings about this thing. A lot of y'all don't be really watching basketball or know basketball like that. When it comes to these type of moments or these type of things, because it's no way you telling me I needed somebody and I was up 3-1. I was up 3-1. It's not like I couldn't beat you at all. I was up 3-1. I was up 3-1. Now everybody want to throw in, if we're going to throw in excuses, we can throw in that the league suspended Draymond Green for them to come back. To change the momentum of the series. We can say that the league and the referees filed Curry out, what it was, game 6 or game 5. And it might either between game 4, 5, or 6. They filed him out on some bogus calls. If we want to give excuses. If we want to give excuses, we can do that all day. Cause y'all want to get an excuse, Love and Kyrie were hurt. Okay. But then let's give the Warriors their excuse when they got beat. Draymond Green got kicked out the game for something that he shouldn't have got kicked out of the game for. And in fact, LeBron James was the aggressor. He's the one that should have got kicked out the game. But hey, ain't nobody gonna say nothing about that. Ain't nobody gonna say what really happened. Y'all gonna try to ride his coattail, ride his loins the whole time instead of really thinking about what really happened. Y'all just act like nothing he did happen. Y'all act like none of this happened. The Warriors was the one up 3-1. Think about it. Put that in your head. Put that in your head. The Warriors was the one up 3-1. Why would they need somebody and they was up 3-1? Think about it. They was up 3-1. Not the Cavs. Y'all, that's how y'all talking. Y'all talking like, oh yeah, they needed KD to beat them. But the Cavs the one that was struggling. They struggled to come back and win 4 games to 3. They the one that struggled. Not the Warriors. They was up 3-1. Like, what are we am I missing something? Like, what y'all acting like the Cavs swept the Warriors. Now, if they would have swept them, that would have been a different. You could say that. They would have swept them, and nobody, Kyrie and Love just did their thing, and nobody couldn't defeat them at all. We'll be having a whole, you right. They need KD if that happened. They would have needed KD if that happened. But how you can't say that they needed him and they was up 3-1. You can't say that. I don't know what people are thinking with that. Anybody can say anything. They can say anything they want to bring out their mouth. But logically, looking at the actual situation that happened, a 3-1 lead, you do not need nobody. You just had some bad games after that. You had some bad luck after that. That's all that happened. It wasn't that they needed KD. Now, KD made it way easier when they did get him. Don't get me wrong. He made that junk. They could have, if they would have stayed together and healthy. Now, you talking about they could have went crazy for the next couple of years. But that's the thing. That didn't happen, and everybody want to keep on praising that 3-1 comeback more than that. They think the 3-1 comeback is better than being 3-1 against LeBron. He the best y'all got, right? He the best for y'all, right? He the best for y'all. So Curry beating the best 3 out of 4 times should mean a lot too, right? Shouldn't that elevate him? I don't beat your man. I don't beat the man 3 times. He beat me once. Three out of my 4 titles are against him. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm losing y'all at. Cause y'all want to say that we need that KD needs him, but y'all ain't putting no facts behind it. I'm putting all the facts behind what I'm talking about. It's not a need for somebody if I'm up 3-1. If I got swept, yes, you can say that. That would be a great logical conclusion behind needing KD. But again, everybody with the Cavs healthy, they couldn't have beat them with the Cavs healthy. They was down 3-1. Like, how that don't make sense to y'all? That wasn't a need. That was something that they just acquired. It ended up happening, and it just was like magic to them when they did it. But it wasn't a need. They still could have competed with the Cavs the next year. The Cavs didn't get nobody different. The Cavs didn't get nobody different. And if you want to be logical, when they got KD, it even made it look like the Warriors really, to me, it made it look like the Warriors really didn't need him, because they come in there, they had them down 3-1. They beat them, and then they came back the next 2 years. They beat them. I think they swept them one time, and they beat them 4-1. That's what y'all looking at. If we looking at the same game, is we looking at the same game? We cannot be looking at the same game. That's the only thing I can conclude from y'all, what y'all saying. That's the only thing I can conclude. That makes no sense. That they needed him to win, and they was up 3-1. And y'all, and people really mad about that. Like, I'm saying something wrong. That's the only thing I'm saying. They didn't need KD to beat the Cavs. KD just happened to come the next year, but they didn't need him to beat the Cavs, because they was up 3-1. If it was a sweep, it would be different. That would be a need. They just was beating us so bad we had to go get KD. But that's not what happened. They was up 3-1. Healthy. The Cavs was healthy, and they was down 3-1. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I can't get what I'm saying that's not logical and makes sense to y'all. But all right, man. I don't know.